All right, so I want you guys to hear this. So let me get this right. So you had a veteran that registered for one of your VA homebuyer classes in Yuma, but he didn't show up to the class. What happened?
He did not. We messaged back and forth that we had breakfast. So he
What do
couldn't
you
make
mean?
it because of
What do you mean you
work.
had breakfast? Like, what did you do? You just call him up and say, "Hey, where you at? You didn't show up for my class, but I'm going to take you to breakfast."
No, I was calling to get a head count and they're like, hey, we can't make it due to scheduling, et cetera, et cetera. Like, let's let's meet up. Let's meet up somewhere. So we went to
So you
IHOP.
you were just following up, and of course he didn't make it, but you didn't obviously you didn't stop. You still reached out, and you what did you
Of
say to him?
course. They wanted help. They had questions and I wanted to help them. So we met at IHOP and we probably ate some pancakes too. I don't remember.
And by the way, the reason I'm making a big deal out of this is because you just closed their loan. I mean, we're recording this in right before Thanksgiving, and you just closed on their VA loan. And this was an event that they registered for in 2023, 2.5 years ago.
Correct.
There's,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't think that's kind of a big deal? That's amazing.
I don't know. It is it?
Well, I mean, follow up is huge, right? That's the message I preach is follow up. Here you are. I mean, for starters, you could have just dropped it and said, "Oh, okay, whatever. They couldn't make it. They're not interested." But you followed up, and then you took them out for breakfast. I mean, how did that conversation go?
Breakfast, they had some questions. They had some questions and they were very interested. They had a notepad. They had a unique situation and a scenario that required a little bit of research and sending some emails. And so we got answers for them. The reason I followed up is because they wanted some help. They needed some help. So when I followed up, it was just an invitation. Hey, this is we're here at this point. Just want to extend an invitation. Rates are here or whatever it is. It was always in the interest of helping them,
Wow, that's awesome.
making their situation happen.
Um, and the fact is, you know what? A lot of loan officers, kudos to you. A lot of loan officers would not have gone that far. But what's really striking is you closed on them over 2 years later, which means you must have stayed in contact with them, right? What kind of follow up? What kind of nurturing were you doing for over 2 years?
I mean, it's periodic. We're not talking every week, but it's periodic, and based on the answers they give me, we just circle back. So it really you let them decide. It's for them. If they say, hey, we don't want to deal with you, I don't like your face, or what, okay, that's not a big deal. But the fact is, they were still in a scenario where they needed some help and they needed to pay some stuff off, and that still was the case. So I'm extending an invite. Hey, we're here. We can, and they're like, hey, not right now.
You just made yourself available. You just
Yeah,
made yourself
I'm
available
available. I just want to let you know this is possible. I want to circle back and let you know this is possible if this is still something that will help you. But it's in the interest of helping them.
based on what you just accomplished. You closed the deal 2.5 years later after your first contact.
I think it matters why you're following up.
Oh, okay.
The reason for the follow. So when I follow up, it's always to I persist for their sake because it is a benefit, right?
What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you saying? What's the conversation?
If somebody's got an 8.5% rate, or and you can refinance them to 5.5, that's advantageous to them. So it's to help them. So this particular client had an issue that they still needed help. So I persisted to help them.
Why didn't they pull the trigger when they could have done it 2.5 years ago? Why did it take 2.5 years to close?
They had tried to pull the trigger. They went to another lender that told them they could do it. We know because we do VA loans that they could not do it. It's not something that's in the guidelines. It's something that it's kind of niche information. So they tried elsewhere and they kind of got burnt out just from the nose, the denial, the process. I mean, they went as far as ordering an appraisal and they went through all the rigmarole. So that's part of what happened, and they got the family, kids, they have really good jobs with a lot of responsibility. So I think they were just fried mentally.
Well, hey man, kudos to you. I mean, we run a mortgage office with a bunch of loan officers. I want everyone to see this because the question I have in my mind is how much business have we left on the table and how much business have we lost individually, collectively, because we're not following up, because we're not making that extra phone call, extra email, taking people out for breakfast, which is a whole nother level, right?
I ate too.
What's
So I
that?
had to put this on.
Yeah. Hey man, appreciate your time. Hopefully some veterans
Hey,
reach out
but
to
I
you.
want I want to add, how many people are we leaving out there with interest rates that or hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars where we could just persist a little bit and they would get a lot of help.
Yeah, yeah. People are afraid to
How
pull the
many
trigger.
times if they got a bunch of debt and it's beating over their head. If we just persist a little bit, they can get out of debt, or they can save $500, $600. Well, how much help are we leaving because we just take the first no and don't hang around for a little bit?
That's the key right there, because a lot of loan officers, fear of rejection or whatever, the first no is like, oh, okay, they're not interested, but you're finding a way to keep the conversation going is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Wow. Good to you, man. Hey, keep knocking it out of the park. Appreciate your time, bud. You have a great
Thanks.
day.
Thank you, sir.